Hey everybody, Lauren Molitor here. This is actually the second run that I did this, but um, and if you can't tell, which you can't probably, but I'm actually really tired right now, really exhausted, and but I'm also very inspired. Like I'm very inspired. I feel very alive. I feel very excited. It's like, I don't know, I just feel very excited for whatever is to come in my life. And I just wanted to share with people. I wanted to talk to people because public speaking and video blogging and everything, that's something that I really want to put more time into. And because that's something, communication is a passion of my life. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about my Burning Man experience. I wanted to talk about the different things that I learned and just about other people and about myself and about just like my experience in general. And for me, it felt like if I were to give like a metaphor of my Burning Man experiences, it was as if it was like kind of like a late blooming flower in a way. And it was like I started out like this, and it just took me like probably a good 5 or 6 days of just kind of like very like just slowly struggling to kind of get open, to open to other people and to to allow myself to, I mean, to touch people, to show affection, to kind of delve into their world and to allow myself to delve into their world, to find out who they are and what they're about and what they care about. And one thing I noticed is as I switched from, my me story to who are they story, I just this transformation began to happen for me. This metamorphosis of healing. To be completely honest, I began to shift from honestly from ego to spirit, but it was from me to them. And it was like, ooh, what is this person about? What is this person about? Ooh, how can I help them? Or what can I provide them, with my skills and everything. Um, and I noticed, and for a while, I didn't think I was gifting properly. I didn't think I was helping properly, but I really began to notice how hard I was on myself and how I was gifting. I was doing people's makeup and I was doing their hair, and I felt really good doing that. I felt really good giving that kind of service to people and helping them just really enjoy themselves. And um, I don't know, it was a lot of fun. I learned so many things. I spent the entire time going around asking people, what do I not know about you? What's something that you don't usually tell other people but is comfortable for you to share, or comfortable for you to share with me. And I really began to shift to a sense of service. And that's the whole thing about Burning Man, is that it's not just a bunch of people going out into the desert and getting messed up and and partying their heads off and then coming back. It's like a complete and total shift in culture and society and expectations of each other. And yes, it's radical self-reliance, but it's also radical inclusion, helping other people, and being there for each other. And it's like, none of us are perfect, none of us whatever. And for example, like people would walk around naked and or partially naked, or wearing these bizarre outfits. And what I began to notice is that it began to really shift my conditioning in society, because in society, especially as a woman, I am faced with constant media of women having these perfect bodies and these perfect faces and these perfect whatever. And I've had some body issues for a long time, as a majority of women do, or I, at least from my experience. And and it was so sobering. It was so beautiful to walk around and to see women walking around embracing their own bodies for them, because I could see people walking around naked for them, for themselves, not for attention, not for anybody else. People were walking around naked because it was hot and because they wanted to, and it was so cool. And and then people giving things to each other because it felt good, or just a stranger coming up to our camp and be like, hey, how are you doing? I just want to talk to you. It's so refreshing when someone comes up to you because they just want to talk to you. They don't have any kind of excuse. They don't have any kind of like, oh well, the sky's blue and like it's all blue and like the weather's nice and yeah, isn't that cool? Like, it's I don't even need an excuse. If I want to come up and talk to you, I'm going to come up and talk to you. And it's like that's what we all want. We all want this. No excuses, no barriers, no mask, no whatever. It's like I'm just a messy human being that's coming up to you to make human contact. And it was very sobering, and I opened myself up to these things, and I stretched myself financially a little bit, but I did it because of who I was going to be in the process of all this. And and I loved it, and it was just this fantastic experience of getting to know these people that I've been around for such a long time, but I've barely even gotten to know. Like I barely, I've barely gotten to know these people, and yet they've been there this entire time, available for conversation, available for giving to or asking for help, available for getting to know. Like, just I got to know my entire TNS camp really well, I feel like, and I'm excited to get to know them more, and really allowing people to come into my reality and to get to know me and what I'm about, and how I can provide for them too as well. And one thing I've noticed is that it's such a healing experience when you are more about them than you are about you. And um, and I loved that. It was so cool because after like day 5, because I was like I stayed at my camp. I remember being at my camp all alone, and everybody was gone off doing things, and I really in that moment became aware of how I kind of cut myself off. And so yeah, it was just a sobering experience. And I think I'll do another video talking about specific instances of my Burning Man experience, but I really felt inspired to express myself about the different kinds of things that I've learned, and just the overall benefit of it. And Burning Man is so much more than just, an art festival or partying. It's the complete opposite of what we experience here in the real world, and it's a place where anything goes, but anything goes with compassion and purpose and meaning, you know, um, and it's awesome. It's a place where you can be who you really are, and people are all right with that. Why they're all right with that too is because they are being who they really are, and but yeah, so it was just this amazing experience. I got to fly in. I got to fly into Burning Man on an airplane, with my friend Jason Gill. I got to stay with these people, Bonnie and Orion and everybody at Time Ninja Syndicate. I got to know everyone, so much better, and I felt like I got to touch who they really are. I got to see who they really are beyond my perception of them, beyond who I thought they were, which I thought was very refreshing, to get to know people beyond who you think they are. And so, yeah, that was my experience. And I want to share more in another video, but this video is getting a little long. And yeah, so yeah, that's what I learned. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later.